I'm sorry if you hear any noises just because I live next to a fucking college frat house. It's 8 a.m. but no one has a concept of sleep, so I'm really sorry. All right, first question. Oh my god, it's on. Liana asks, how did you get into surfing? I started surfing, it sounds really embarrassing. I've only started surfing 6 months ago. It was like March or February of this year, and I was working on, at the time, a food subscription box company, and I was going to LA for a trade show. I got a hotel and everything for a specific event, but then the event got canceled because of Miss Rona, right? So I was like, what the fuck do I do for 5 days in LA? I looked at all these experiences on Airbnb, you know what I'm talking about? And there was like a surf lesson, and I was like, I don't know how to swim.
I can't swim.
Why not go surfing in the fucking ocean? Didn't know how to swim. I was scared of the water. So I was like, why not face my fear? Ever since then, I just like fell in love. It was super random. Ayomi asks, why do you look amazing when you surf? The reason why I like surfing so much is because it's a fucking cool aesthetic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not talking about myself, but like anyone that surfs is already like 10% more attractive. I don't know why. I think it's like the laid back, cool vibes. I also think anybody in a wetsuit just looks hot.
Oh, no, 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 no.
A wetsuit is like just a fucking cool ass piece of clothing, okay? I don't know why, it just makes you look cool. I don't think I look that cool when I surf. Honestly, for the longest time when I surf, I used to surf like this. But thank you Ayomi. Jenna asks, what's your dream place to surf at? My dream place to surf right now is Pipeline in Hawaii. It's like probably only meant for like pro surfers, but I really want to go. I've been surfing every single day since like 6 months ago, so I feel like I'm getting better, but definitely super scared to surf anything bigger than like 10 feet. Nelly asks, is it too late to start surfing? How to learn to surf? No. I mean, you guys have to keep in mind, I learned how to surf before I learned how to swim. Like literally my poor surf instructor, I didn't tell him I didn't know how to swim. I was too afraid because I thought he was not going to take me as a student if I told him I don't know how to fucking swim. But I wanted to face my fear, and I think that anyone can do so. You could always do something as long as you put your mind to it. I was so underqualified to surf, but I did it anyway, so I really believe anyone can surf as well. Oh, no one asked, but I literally moved recently, as you can see, and I live next to a pretty big college, and like every morning and every night, there is some noise. Whether it's a fucking party at 8 a.m. or just people fucking playing beer pong. I swear to God. I kind of like it though, because I didn't go to college, so I feel like I'm living the experience now, but it's times like this where I get really fucking annoyed why I picked this place. Zachary asks, how do you stop feeling anxiety all the time and pursue your dreams? Just stop being lazy in general. Humans don't want to do something that will make them uncomfortable. We like being comfortable. So I almost think if you're trying to get out of a rut, something that I tell myself that helps me, if I can do something for 5 minutes, then I can do it. So for example, say you really dread doing homework. It takes you 2 hours long or potentially the whole day, but you just told yourself, I'm gonna work on it for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. More often than not, you're going to be able to do it. You do it for 5 minutes and you're like, that wasn't so bad, I'm gonna do it for 10 or 15. That's what happened to me. Like yesterday morning, I didn't want to surf, but I knew I really wanted to film my surfing and get this vlog up. So I was like, okay, I'll just go in the water for like 10 or 15 minutes, and 10 or 15 minutes come by and then it turns into an hour. So you can almost trick your brain to do something by limiting the intensity and intimidation. Lowly asks, do you train your body a certain way for surfing apart from actually doing it? For surfing, I feel like a lot of surfing is paddling into the wave, and in order to catch a wave, it requires a lot of upper body and back, and I hope I can go into another video about my surf workouts, but literally all of quarantine this year, in order to improve my paddling, I did a lot of push-ups, I did a lot of back exercises. Mick Marketing asks, how long did it take you to learn how to surf? I took a lesson of surfing, and I think my first lesson I only stood up once. Surfing is incredibly difficult. Like some days I go out in the ocean, I don't catch any waves at all. Surfing's not only about your capabilities, but it's also about the conditions of the waves and how good the conditions are. There's like some things you can't control, and it's kind of like life where you just have to ride the wave, go with the flow, and do your best. And sometimes you're gonna have a shit day and you're gonna have a shit surfing session, but it's okay. It took me like a lesson or two, but in actuality, to get good at it, it will take hundreds of sessions. If you guys want me to make a whole video about how to read waves or how to make sure the conditions are right, let me know in the comments, because the ocean is like science. Like there's so many factors. I've gotten like 7 million questions around like, how did you start? Like, how did you get started? Tell us why you started. When I told my mom that I started surfing, she's like, what? No one in my family surfs. No one of my friends. I grew up in fucking Oregon. No one did surfing at all. I just picked it up because I was afraid of the ocean. And with any fear I have, I typically like to strangle it by its neck and to just attack it. Okay, I love this question from EVM Pink. She asks, what's the vibe you like about it? You know, a part of surfing is the vibe. Yeah, you can catch a wave, but it's like, there's a certain feeling of serotonin you get after you come out of session. Like, even if you don't catch any waves, there's something about like being out past the break and you see all your maybe surf friends or just even people, right, catching waves. Some of them are are messing up, some of them are wiping out, and we're just like laughing together. Like, I think a part of surfing that's so fun is like everybody's equal. You and the ocean are one. I think it's cool because everyone is like laid back. Rarely I met someone who's really stern and takes himself seriously and goes surfing. There's a certain type of people that surfs and I really like hanging out with them, so yeah. Erica asked, what's the biggest wave you ever surfed and how did it go? I mean, let me talk about my worst wipeout. My worst wipeout was probably a 6-foot wave, 6 to 7-foot wave. I was actually surfing this board. I definitely was in Morro Bay in California. I remember I was paddling. Instead of making the wave, I fell. The wave was crashing on top of me. And this is like 7 feet of water, like pushing down on you. So I started to like flip in the water and I couldn't breathe. I was freaking out, but I popped off the surface and it was all fine. I haven't gone out to anything bigger just because I started like this year, but my goal is to surf like a 10-foot wave. We'll soon see if I can do that because I'm still really scared. I love this question. Olivia Joy asks, how has surfing helped your mental health? Surfing has helped my mental health completely. I think that whenever I go out there, a lot of my anxiety goes away. It's just an hour of my day that I can be fully present, because if you're not fucking present, you're going to get pounded by a wave. It's really for me the ability to like step away from my work, my mental struggles, and just focus on the ocean. A lot of people ask me, I'm really scared to surf. I really want to surf, but I'm scared. It's scary, but you realize that the human body is very adaptable and strong. So like, I think it's important to understand it's hard, but you can learn. You will have to be committed to it. But as long as you get a surf instructor from like Airbnb experiences like I did, like you'll learn pretty fast. It's just a matter of repetition. And someone asks if I'm Indonesian. Yes, I'm Indonesian. I really want to surf in Bali. It's my dream also. It's another place I want to surf. Sabrina asks, how are you not scared of sharks? I am scared of sharks. My friend Madison, who I go surfing with, she fucking gave me the scariest app to download. I think it's called Fins, or it's called Gills or some shit. And it's literally a shark tracker that shows you where the sharks have been recently in your ocean. And like one time I went surfing and there was a fucking great white shark, let's just say 500 feet away from where I was surfing in the morning.
Yes.
So that app fucking scares me. But normally I don't see a shark. I'm scared of it, but I'm also like, if it bites me, it bites me. Like, oh. Ooh, someone asks, could you combine a surfing video into an educational video? What will happen? I was thinking about this, right? Because I started my surf channel because I didn't want to combine my marketing videos and my regular business with surfing, but maybe I can try it. If you guys want me to combine my surfing and educational content, I will try to. It's genuinely a bit, I don't know, I wanted a space where I can make content freely and not give a fuck about the algorithm and shit. So this is why we're here, but who knows? I'll definitely try that. Okay, I've got a question from Leanne asking, what's my wetsuit? How do you find a surfboard? What the fuck? Like, how do you start? I'm gonna make a whole video about surfing and like equipment and wetsuits. I have 2 surfboards and 1 wetsuit and a couple accessories that I like to bring. I get my surfboards from Facebook Marketplace. I have an 8-foot longboard and a 6'4" shortboard. My wetsuit is from Nike and Hurley, and it was a 4.3 millimeter. I hope that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 more questions. Maybe, since there was literally so many questions on Instagram, like I might have to do a part 2. So like if I did not answer your question, please comment below so I can make a part 2. And like I mentioned, I want to make more surfing content. So if you want me to go in depth of equipment and how to find the right board, comment and I will look through it. Okay, 2 questions. What are some of your goals with surfing? I kind of mentioned this already. I really want to surf a 10-foot wave in Hawaii. That's like my long-term goal. The last question I got is, how do you duck dive? This is gonna sound crazy. I don't duck dive. So in surfing, when a wave is coming to you, a lot of people go underneath the wave with your board. I don't duck dive. I'll typically do a turtle roll, or I'll just like abandon ship and go under. Okay, got it. But duck diving is really hard because my boards are a bit on the larger side. Like this board is a 6'4". It's too buoyant, if that makes sense. Like I can't push it under, so I just have to like jump off. All right, so that ends today's surf Q&A. I hope this was at all interesting. I hope you guys liked this video. Subscribe. You don't know how much this video was exciting to me. Like it was really fun to make. I've never been this pumped up for a YouTube video for a long time. So thank you guys for watching, and I will reply to you guys in the comments, and I'll see you guys in my next video.